Hi guys, welcome back to the One Auto channel. This one here behind me, BMW 528i E39 model. We've got some electrical gremlins going on inside, so let me show you what's happening. Okay, so the customer complaint is the airbag light and this transmission light has come on at the same time. So let me just shut the door a minute. Right, let's start this thing up. Right, so as you can see, we've got the transmission light on, we've got an airbag light on. Now, that's all he's come in with. So another thing that I've noticed is the horn doesn't work. When I press the horn, watch that airbag light. I don't know if that's coming through. Dimming out. Will focus? Come on, focus. There we go. Press the horn. Dims. Another thing I've noticed, the radio's on. So, the radio's on. Vanity mirror. Open the vanity mirror. And all the multifunction display goes out. Close the vanity mirror and everything comes back on. This side as well. Watch this. Open it. Crazy, yeah? Close it. Comes back on. Open. Close. Right, also watch that airbag light. Vanity mirror open. Airbag light goes out. See if I can get it all in shot. So if I close, watch that little red light at the corner. Back on. Right, so switch off the engine and ignition. So if we just turn it to accessories, just accessories, look at that airbag light. Very, very softly dimming. Look at it. Look, what is that all about? Right? Press the horn, goes out. Back on. Out. Okay. Okay, now we've got no radio either. Let's start it up. So our vanity mirrors are closed, both of them. Ah, got a radio back. We've got an airbag light. Horn doesn't work. Look, and as I press the horn, airbag light's going out. Now there used to be a problem with these, and it used to be to do with the ignition switch. Your key is down this side, but your switch was on here. I'm just going to see if my Autel will communicate with it. I've got an old adapter to fit one of these big plugs under the bonnet. I'll see if we'll get any communication there, just to see if there's any codes. But I've been looking at a wiring diagram, and I can see the link between all of these components on a power distribution diagram, just to show you that in a moment. Anyway, let's see if the Autel will talk to it. Of course, the other thing to point out is when you're opening this vanity mirror, the lights are not actually coming on as they should. But the radio's going on and off. Freaky, man. So the Autel, he's talking to it. Put him a BMW 20-pin adapter straight into the old VCI over there. We've pulled some codes, peeps. We have a bit of glare there, but a couple of codes in the digital motor electronics, the DME, which is your PCM, basically your ECU, transmission, immobilizer, base module, instrument cluster, light check, radio. Notice a pattern there, people. Let's have a quick look at what it's saying. So it's saying on the DME that the multifunction steering wheel monitoring interface has got a code for that. Well, we know that doesn't work. The button for the horn doesn't work, and probably the cruise control doesn't work either. we've got a fault in the transmission, probably hence the light. It's saying that there's a CAN brake signal is missing, probably from there. A vehicle immobiliser, a voltage supply problem. Okay, well it's not immobilised. Potentiometer for interval time, this is in your GM base module. Instrument cluster, CAN communication. Acoustic gong, saying that that's not working. Okay. Interference in EGS signal. EGS, I think that's the transmission, not 100% sure, could be. Light check module. Oh, it's saying that there's got an activation motor for headlight range adjust, so it could be something else. The radio, well that's going on and off as we open those vanity blinds, isn't it, on the mirrors there, so it's probably going into transport mode. Okay, so anyway, doing a bit of homework. Here is my power distribution diagram, and here is a list of fuses, all down here, all the ones marked in pink. So everything from the switch down here, down this, what I've coloured in pink, is actually a purple wire, which is the accessory position of the ignition switch, feeds all of these fuses down here, and all of these fuses are things that we're having problems with, like fuse 38 for example, multifunction control module, vanity mirror lamps, instrument panel, where we're getting some airbag crash sensor, we're getting a fault coming up for that, SRS control module, over voltage protection. Well, the over voltage protection is the radio. That's the, a relay shuts the power off to the radio if there's an over voltage. Well, we're getting a problem with there, aren't we, on the when we shut them vanity mirrors. Multifunction steering wheel, multifunction display. That's the other part of the display next to the radio. So there's a link there, as you can see, from the accessory wire to the ignition switch. So I'm going to get that ignition switch exposed and we'll take a look. Okay, so I've took the cowling off. There's just one Phillips screw up in the top down there. There's one up underneath on the cowling, and there's a couple that release it from down under there. And as you see, the key is that side. And this is the back of the switch here. The switch is in there, runs off the back of the key barrel. So this is, as I say, at the back of the switch. Where's my meter? Right, so I've got the meter rigged up here. Yeah, so there's our three main powers going in. Our purple wire there is the accessory position, and that's the ignition on position here. So we've got our battery voltage on each one of those, so we're good there. So if I just sort of squeeze that in there on that purple wire and put it into the accessory position, 5 volts. Well, that's not right, is it? We should be getting 12 there. Let's just move it over now to the ignition position and do the same. Ignition on. There we are, we're getting our pretty much battery voltage, 11.64, 11.66. But back here on our accessories, we should be seeing that 11.6 or 12, and we're not. We're seeing just under 5. Okay. So if I open one of these vanity mirrors, a radio goes off, and we're pulling that right down there, look, 0.8, shut the vanity mirror, we're only coming back up to 4 volts and the radio's not even coming back on. Let's press the horn, see what happens. Oh, there you go, 3.38. So we've got a problem there. I'm going to swap this switch over and we'll see what it does then. Okay, I've disconnected the plug. You do that just by pulling that tab there, and that comes out. There's a couple of Torx pieces you need to there's a couple of Torx screws you need to undo, one there and one there, to get this back out the way, and that reveals this switch. I've managed to get hold of a switch from a local GSF. I mean, this is a Vemo part, and it looks like .de on the website, so it's German made, so can't be half bad surely. So this is what it is. That's what we're looking at, like that, and that's where the back of the key barrel locates into. So now there's 2 grub screws I've got to undo, one there and one there, which is just here and just under there, so I'll get them out and we'll get this switch out then. We'll just loosen those, we don't have to take them right the way out. Just a normal flat blade screwdriver. Am I on there? Nope. There we are. That should be enough. There it is, falling out as we speak. So we're in the off position, the key is out. And that's the old one. We'll just compare it now. Compare it to the new one to make sure the orientation of this is going to be the same when we put it on. Which it is. Great. Do the little grubbies up, just gently at first, so make sure it locates. Like that, then nip them up, like that, should be on there tight. Good. Right. Plug in, press that down, key, oh, indicators on, ignition, and it doesn't start. Okay, brilliant. What we got? Oh, so we do get an airbag light on the accessories, but then it goes out. We've got ignition, go around to the start position, nothing. Ah, lovely. So we got a faulty switch then, because the old one worked. Let's just try something. Key off, let's hold it in the start position, wangle this key around, switch around. Oh, wouldn't you friggin' know. Pushed over on the plug then, it's like the pins are too thin and not touching inside. Quality Vemo parts. Anyway, while it's running, I've still got transmission light on, but I might need to clear a code. Let's go back to this vanity thing. Whoa, and we got lights coming up as well. And the radio is not going out. Open the other one. Hey. Lovely. That's that bit cured. We just need to sort this bleeding switch out now then. I held that switch in position, so it's obviously getting the power from there down to the black wire, which is the starter solenoid. So there to there, it's obviously doing it, but the pins look slightly different and slightly thinner than the original. Get some more light on it there for us. To me, that bottom pin there and those bottom pins look slightly thinner than the genuine one. Don't know, maybe. Right, that's in. It's dodgy. This is dodgy because now I've got a dodgy switch here. Right, if that's in the start position, press this over. There you go, it starts. Yeah, right. Really not happy with this. I'm going to see if I can get a genuine one. Right, I've been on to BMW. They obviously haven't got one in stock, but they're going to get me one for tomorrow afternoon. Today being a Monday, so I might get that on Tuesday afternoon. So I might be fitting it then, or I might be fitting it Wednesday morning. But anyway, while this one is still in, although it doesn't start the car, I can just see if we can bit of proof of concept. So just check the meter there on the live wire. Battery's running down 11.73. We've got 11.73, and then remember before we had about 5 volts on this purple wire in the accessory position. Accessory position, radios come on. There you go, 11.71. So yeah, I mean this one is working. It's just that in the start position, it's obviously not making contact. Do that, start, 0 volts coming out of there. The only time we're going to get voltage is when we lean on this switch. There you go. So because of the electrical gremlins that this car's got, there's no way I'm leaving that aftermarket switch in there. It's going to get a genuine one, so we'll be back when I have it. Okay, so we're back. Our new part has arrived from BMW. 61326901961 is the part number. And that's what we get. Looks the same, got a BMW logo on it. Let's try this one. Okay, connection back on. Like that. Keys in. Let's see what happens here. Airbag light on. Goes out. Ignition. Will it start the car? It does. Good. Got a bit of a squeal going on at the front. Stop now. Let's have a look at these vanity mirror lights. Yep, the radio stays on. So we're back in business. Got some lights. Yeah. Okay. They seem good there, so I've just got to scan it again now and see if I can get rid of this transmission light. Right, that was our full system scan completed. Just checked it pretty much all the same as what we had before. So I'm just going to go quick erase on that lot. We'll wipe it all clean. Just want to see if this transmission light's gone out. I might do have to recycle the ignition first. Okay, it's gone out. That's good. Let's cycle this off. Cycle it on. Start the engine. Straight out. Wow, there you go. Look at that, peeps. Back to normal. Great, going to give it a quick road test, make sure that all the gears shift as they should, and hopefully we'll be happy days. Okay, let's go for a little spin. Shifted nicely through a couple of gears there. The blast up the hill. Still good. Okay, seems good so far. There you go then guys, awesome on road test, every gear lovely and smooth, no lights came back on, drives like a new car that old beast. A couple of lessons in that one. Firstly, If you get that problem, you know what it is. Secondly, aftermarket junk parts. This is the original one, the other one's got sent straight back. And as it turned out, the BMW part was cheaper than the retail of the aftermarket part. So go figure. Try the genuine first, you might be surprised. Yeah, I could have made 10 quid more on the aftermarket part if it had worked. It turned out that it was junk, so I'm glad that it's got the BMW part in there. Anyway guys, hope that video was of use to somebody. If it was, please give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Don't forget, connect to me on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Thanks for watching.